Once an addict, always an addict is the biggest lie ever told to addicts. I spoke about this recently, how I'm healed. I'm not in recovery. I was addicted to heroin and opiates a long time ago, 12 years ago, 12 and a half years ago. And, I was in the system. I was in and out of jail. I was in and out of rehabs, and I relapsed. I would get well. I'd go back to jail. I'd relapse. I would do well again. It was just a cycle. I eventually broke free out of it. And now, 12 and a half, almost 13 years later, I call myself healed. I don't even really call myself anything. I don't talk about it or think about it. It has nothing to do with me. I'm definitely not in recovery. But a lot of people will disagree. And, scientifically, the doctors, they're going to all disagree and tell you I'm wrong. They're going to say I'm in recovery. I'm an addict. I'm not actively using, but, I have this disease where I'm an addict and I'm in recovery, right? That's what they say. I don't subscribe to that idea, and that was the best thing I ever did. I'm not going to sit here and say quit rehab, don't listen to your doctor. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you this is what happened for me. When I was in rehab and I was talking to these doctors and I was under their professional guidance, it didn't do me that well. I mean, I kind of I was in an endless loop of, I would do well, but I was on other drugs too, right? They put you on these little opiate drugs and they say it's treatment, but it's really the exact ingredient that you were addicted to, opiates, right? Suboxone, methadone, there's these drugs they give you, and a lot of them say you got to stay on them for the rest of your life, but there's definitely, they manage it and wean you down, but they're giving me that. They're telling me I need a support system. I can't do this alone. This is a lifelong thing, one step at a time. This is a struggle. They're almost like accepting of relapses too. Like if you relapse and come in there, they're just kind of like, yeah, it happens. It happens. And I get they're being sympathetic and they're trying to help, but I truly believe that the whole mindset that it's sculpted around isn't doing us good. I mean, the success rates of beating addiction are pretty damn low. They're pretty low. Okay? Once I changed my focus, I changed my entire life, because I understand that whatever it is I'm focusing on and whatever I truly believe in my core being, that's what I'm going to experience in my life. Just like when I was a struggling addict and I was in these programs and in and out of jail, in courts, in rehabs, I believed that I was struggling. I believed I was an addict. I believed everything about it. I was, this is my new life. I was scared. I had anxiety. I went about the whole process with this core belief. And it just, like I said, it didn't do me any good, man. I just kept struggling and I kept being in this state of fear, and I'd wake up and I'd have to be like, all right, let's one day at a time, man. We can do this. Dude, fuck that. I'm living. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. That's what I focused on, and that's what I got. I observed other people in my life that had nothing to do with addiction, that never touched drugs in their life. Like my mom, my dad, my sister. I observed them. I kind of copied what they did and watch the way that they think and the way that they act and conduct themselves. And I did that because when I was conducting myself the prior way, it wasn't working. Dude, I would go like a year clean and then relapse. And then I would go like 10 months and then relapse again. Like I did that shit. I was doing that shit. And so was everyone else around me. The success rates were so low of getting off of it. And the one thing in common we all had was we all believed that we were struggling. Dude, I'm not even kidding. I truly believe it, man. I believe our mindset is so powerful. And perception is reality. We're creating our life. You can create the life you want. And it doesn't even take that long for your brain to develop a new habit to where you become on autopilot with this new way of thinking. It really doesn't take long to suppress a new idea on your subconscious mind. It takes repetition. You got to keep telling yourself over and over. Every day, wake up, look in the mirror, and tell yourself, this is my life. I have an amazing life. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. Blah blah blah. Whatever it is you want, create it. Speak it. Don't ever think about yourself as some weak, wounded fawn. Like I'm in recovery. I'm weak. I said that the other day and people were disagreeing and I knew it would happen. I appreciate this, man, but don't fly too close to the sun. Their opinion and the way they think about me has nothing to do with me and the way I'm creating my life. It's actually completely irrelevant. That's a belief they have in their mind. They believe that once an addict is always an addict. And I don't care if they are a scientist or a doctor and they've studied that. You can retrain the neural pathways in your brain and you can completely develop a whole new set of habits. You can become a whole new person. You literally can. Dude, I did. I don't struggle at all. I have no triggers. I don't have nothing to do with addiction. When I was in that world, I didn't find success. I found an endless loop of struggle, man. Again, it works for some people. Some people do find long-term success believing that they're a struggling addict. That just wasn't for me. I mean, I remember going to NA meetings and there was a guy one time came in. He said his clean date was 1985. This was like 2012 or 2013 or some shit. He's like, yeah, 1985, it was the last time I had a drink. I relapsed last night. And like that type shit. People would come in after 10, 15 years crying, confessing of a relapse. I truly believe that mindset wasn't doing me good. I mean, the minute I changed it, everything changed, dude. I focused on a completely different life, and that's what I got. That's what manifested in. I wasn't thinking about struggling. I wasn't thinking about having to, take medicine every day to feel good. Dude, I was a withdrawal. I was in withdrawal every single day because I didn't have the drug. Because once you're addicted to opiates and you stop taking it, your body gets physically sick. So the doctors would give you this other thing called Suboxone, and it's like, this is the treatment. It's an opiate. It's an opiate, literally. It's the same thing you're addicted to. In fact, it's harder to get off of those because once you got on those, taking those every day, now you get withdrawal from that, and it just lasts longer. Like my dope withdrawal would last me like a week or two, whereas that Suboxone is like 2 months. Methadone takes forever to get off. It's like almost like they want you to just stay on it. It numbs you. It's not even real life, dude. When I was on that shit, you don't even feel your emotions the way that you're supposed to. It numbs everything. All your senses, your taste, smell, the way you perceive. I mean, you don't even feel like a human, and you don't realize that until you completely get off of all of it. Opiates suck. They suck. They change the way you think. They change everything about you. You have the power to control the way you think, control the way you feel. And you can quite literally control the life that you have. You can design it any way you want. Be careful how you speak about yourself. You're not a struggling addict. This is not a lifelong thing. It's not once an addict, always an addict. If you believe that, if you truly, truly believe that, and I cannot convince you, that's okay. I'm not gonna try to convince you. But I will say, if you believe that, then that's what it is. That's what you experience, I'll never dare call myself that, and I'm not in recovery. That word to me, recovery, sounds like I'm recovering, man. I'm trying to get better. I'm recovering. Something happened, and now I'm, that's weak. That's not going to suit me, brother. That's not doing it for me. Get the hell out of here. I'm going to have fun. I want to live my life. I want to focus on good things, happy, healthy things. I hope this can light some sort of fire under you. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I love you. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Hit subscribe. Peace.